Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever and whenever you are. My name is Benjamin, and welcome to another Let's Pixel video. In this video, I'm going to be creating a hit effect for my game End Hall, and I just wanted to record myself doing it so you guys could maybe learn from it. I'm going to be using a reference video, so I've got YouTube up right here, and this is called a hit effect test. It was made in Unity. And you can see this is a slightly randomly generated hit effect with some particles and stuff that he's created in Unity. I'm just going to be using this as a base reference. If you pause the video and then you can do frame by frame with greater than and less than symbols, you can kind of see how the effect plays out in a frame by frame manner. And I'm going to use that just as a reference. So let's get started. I'm going to create a new sprite. You can use any pixel art program. I'm using GameMaker Studio 1.4 because I'm very comfortable animating inside of GameMaker Studio 1.4's pixel art editor. So I'm going to do it 24, well, let's do 32 by 32. I want to make sure I have enough room. But this effect is going to be fairly subtle. And I might use some inspiration from other effects as well. I'm going to start off with just white as my base color. Set this to replace. So if I come back to my YouTube video, I can go back to my first frame. You can see that we get kind of like a small star-shaped thing in the middle with some bigger particles coming out of it. Let's start this off. So I want an initial impact. So we'll give it some sort of a little blob here in the middle. Call this the initial impact. Okay, looks pretty good. And we'll have couple little particles coming out of this. We actually want some of them to come from it, actually. But a couple will do this way. Okay, that's not too bad for an initial impact. Okay, and I'm just going to copy paste this, Control C, Control V, and I can easily then loop between the two. You can see I'm on 2 of 2, 1 of 1 when I press the 1 and 2 keys up at the top. So we want to be on 2 of 2. We're going to move this slightly outward, this more outward as well, this outward. I'm going to come back to my YouTube reference and see what it looks like. So it does move these out, but it doesn't move them out too fast. So that's okay. We'll follow a similar pattern. Don't want to move these out too fast. So it starts with white as well. But then what it does is it starts to create more of a sphere here in the center that's more of an orange color. So let's grab an orange on the brighter end of the orange, and we'll start to create kind of like a circle in here, and I'll leave a little bit of the white in it, and we'll start to create some stuff that comes, some particles that kind of come out of this too. That's pretty good. Okay. Paste this. Now in the next frame, so this is the frame that I just did, right? In the next frame, it does, the white almost entirely vanishes. So that it like moves pretty slow, but then vanishes in the next frame. Like there's only a tiny bit left. So we want to show that as well. So in this frame, we're going to have just a tiny little bit of the white that we had before. The rest will just be kind of gone. And this should start to hide. It makes that impact look stronger. So then we need our orange to change as well. So we'll have some of these come out. Like this. And like this. Okay. Now this, I'm going to get rid of some of our white here and make this a little bit bigger. Not a ton. So this is the second, there's kind of two animations going on here. There's the white initial hit. And then there's kind of like a secondary orange that gets added to it, which is it's kind of its own thing. And I want to leave just a trace of this white that was here before too. To show that the orange is kind of enveloping the white. Then on our next frame, we're going to completely get rid of these. They're gone. And we're going to move these. I'm just going to use select and then move them. Move them just a tad. Like that. And I'll probably alter them just a bit too. So we'll get rid of the rest of this white and we'll make this grow even more. Just in little bits. Just enough to make it feel like it's got lingering effects of the impact. And on this frame, I'm going to start getting rid of some of our sphere here. So the sphere is going to start kind of evaporating away. And I'm going to do that starting in kind of the center of the sphere. So I'll start kind of like right here and take out maybe a little bit of this edge here too, like that. Kind of where the white was actually. It makes it a little bit interesting to come a little bit more towards where the white was initially. Okay, so the sphere is going to kind of start to disappear in those areas. And the last thing we'll do is we'll get just a tiny bit of these left over, like teeny tiny bit. Say this is what's left over of those. And on this frame, we'll grow the outside just a tad. But we're also going to cut out a lot more from the inside. And it's going to start, the sphere is going to start to disappear this way. We can get rid of these now. and add just a bit to the outside here, but then start to really eat away at this inside. Like that. See how that looks? And then this next frame, I'm going to do, this is going to be probably the last frame. And I'm going to get rid of pretty much everything except the very tiny bit on the edges here. Yeah, like that. And we'll add an empty frame just so you can see it. Well, let's get rid of this. Maybe I'll do one more frame where it's just like a tiny little bit right there. And that looks pretty good. So, a few things I'm probably going to do differently here. I want this orange to be more of a red. I don't like the orange color. So I'm going to go for like a lower, just more red. It's still kind of orange, but it's like a reddish orange. And I can switch to this. And as it starts to fade away, like right here, we can start making it go darker. Oops. Just fill this in. And lowering the saturation just a bit. I don't know how much I want to, how fast I want to go dark like this, but oops. Just switch to that. And let's get our preview here. And I can't make this preview any bigger than it is. There's stretched background. I mean, I don't know what that means, but if I set this to maybe 20 frames per second, probably looks pretty good at 15 frames per second. I can zoom in and animate it this way, but you can see that looks pretty good for a hit effect. Now, one thing that I've seen done with some different hit effects, and I might actually do it with this one, is you can have an initial frame that is just a giant white circle. And I'm going to go from 4:4 down to 28:28. Get rid of this. And let's actually do one more circle, and we'll do a smaller circle. And this one will be, and this isn't in my reference, this is just something I've seen done before that I think looks good. So let's come to 8:8. Come. So we could do 24:24. I always prefer this circle, like with one more there. I want this circle to be smaller than it is. Let's do 10:10. Oops. Huh. Not sure what happened there. I think I wanted to do more though. Let's try that again. 1010. I think that's about where I want it. I'm trying to get it centered, but I don't know how good of a job I'm doing. And that adds just one more little bit of impact. I think I should paint these too. What happens if I do? Yeah, looks pretty good. Wonder what happens if I switch the order of these. Nah, I like it better with this one first. But I also think I'd like this, this better with this smaller still. So let's make it smaller. Just like 1 pixel bit smaller here. There we go. That looks good to me. And I've seen people do like a black circle before they do a white one. Oops. And that's kind of like, I would say that's kind of a personal preference. I guess you could always grab the red and see what that looked like. If it's like a single frame, the red actually looks pretty good, I think. Definitely you need the white there though. But yeah, that's interesting. To do the red, to do like a red circle beforehand. Make it a little brighter. Looks pretty good, I think. So there you go. There's some tricks for doing kind of a hit explosion effect. I'm going to move all of these down 1 frame. It's going to take me just a bit here. There, it looks a little more centered now. Cool. And I think that's going to be all for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it and learned something. I'm going to put a link in the description that has my pixel art course, coupon to my pixel art course on Udemy. If you guys want to take that, it's a good course for absolute beginners. Don't take it if you already feel pretty experienced with pixel art. If you've got kind of the basics down, it's not the right course for you. But if you're an absolute beginner, it might be a good course for you and helpful to you. So I'll put a coupon in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys later.